We turn to the very latest on the coronavirus here in our state. Changes for the start of the fall high school sports season mean that some training can start today, but athletes are still waiting to learn the fate of their season. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Elliot Polikoff is live in Southington right now with the very latest on that. Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, the status of the fall sports season is still very much up in the air. But hey, in-person conditioning expected to happen today. So I'm right outside the Southington High School football field, and there's probably going to be some people getting some work done later this afternoon right on that football field. As the CIAC trying to align its fall sports plan with what the Connecticut Department of Public Health is recommending. The CIAC met last night, and they just decided that they could have in-person conditioning starting today. And this was after a week of them trying to work together, those two sides, to figure out next steps. Non-contact sports-specific skill training can begin this Saturday. And in its latest recommendations released yesterday prior to the CIAC Board of Control meeting, the Department of Public Health also pushed for reducing practice cohort sizes from 15 to 10 and also to condition for practice outside whenever possible. The DPH saying it agrees with the CIAC's proposed schedule for all sports aside from football and girls volleyball. It wants the organization to work with coaches, athletic directors, and board members to make those two higher-risk sports more safe. The DPH said that could mean potentially moving volleyball outdoors. It could also mean playing a 7-on-7 style of football without tackling. And all of these ideas are designed to get football and volleyball into that moderate risk category. They don't want it into high risk like it currently is. And as for area players, they just want to play.
And if adding interscholastic sports to the mix there is going to cause a problem, then we ought to eliminate that, because the other part is the most important. I don't mean eliminate forever.
Now, in regards to athletes having to potentially choose which sport to play in the spring, another big development, the CIAC Board of Control deciding last night that if any fall sport winds up being canceled, it will not be made up in the spring or any other season. And you might be wondering, indoor volleyball and indoor basketball, they've been allowed to be played since middle of June at this point. So why can't girls volleyball be played this upcoming high school sports season? Well, that is something that the DPH and the Reopen CT Rules Committee, they've been discussing those inconsistencies. They're going to plan to meet about them later this week. But for now, live in Southington, Elliot Polikoff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.